Alright, we're back in the Nissan today, and we did some work over the weekend. I didn't really film it because I had a lot of people around helping me out. We did a pretty big job. I was kind of annoyed that I forgot to film it. I'll show you and see if you can figure out what we did. So we basically pulled the engine. It's now in the garden on a stand. There's pretty much nothing in here. All of the important stuff is off. Put some ratchet straps on the gearbox to hold that up because the front is held up by the engine. I'll show you the engine. Alright, so here's the engine. We got the engine pulled out in like 3 hours. We pulled her out, we put it on this like trick engine stand that I got from Machine Mart, and took all the belts off, took the cam belt off, took the cam covers off so we could just like check they were okay. Pretty sure they're like the OEM camshafts, so if these are the original camshafts, they're 27 years old, they're looking pretty good, so we're probably going to leave all alone on that. But the main problem is inside the cylinder, which I'll show you now. So I got the head off. The pistons are like pretty black, but they're stock. Like, I know they're original from the factory, so for their age, 27 years old, they ain't looking too bad. I don't know if this engine was rebuilt before the guy before me did it, but I know he put the standard stuff back in that was already in the engine before, so. But the real issue here is this cylinder. Cylinder number 1. All of these ones are like within spec to just throw new rings in, so that's all good, but then you measure this one and it differs by like 10 microns across this way, which is like not too much of a big deal, still within like new ring tolerance. But the real issue comes when you measure this way. So this way compared to this way, there's a 30 micron difference, which puts this dimension here bang on the upper limit for new rings. But that means that if this and this are different, then the bore itself is ovaled, which basically means if I put new rings in, this cylinder would still be junk and let oil past anyway, so there's really no point in even doing it. Okay, so it's been a couple months or so since you last saw me. That last clip where we like partially stripped down my engine to assess the damage and realised that like cylinder 1 was pretty much junk. I've basically now completely stripped the engine, like the block is now empty, everything's out, everything's off it, and I've made a bit of a decision regarding the 1.8, which was in the car when I bought it and not in good health. I basically made the decision to not build that and put something that's going to be better long term in the car. So basically I've decided I'm going to do an engine swap. The particular swap that I've decided to go with, I'm going to keep a secret for now, but I can assure you it's not an LS, don't worry. But I pretty much decided I wasn't going to put the 1.8 back in because it's a 1.8. It's stretching it pretty far to try and make like 300 horsepower from a 1.8. I know if I built it like quite heavily, then it would do it, it would happily do it. But then like the question is for how long, so I want this to be like a reliable sort of weekend cruise around car, and also with the occasional drift event thrown in, so I want to be able to beat on it and it not break. Whereas realistically with the 1.8 making that much power, I'm probably only going to be getting a year or so out of it, if I'm lucky, like beating on it all the time. So like I said, I've decided to go with an engine swap, keeping that under wraps for now. But behind me I do have this board with, and you can probably see, it's got a little bit of blue paint on it. The exact blue is R34 GTR Bayside Blue. I'm not really going to tell you where that's going, but you'll see in a future video. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, subscribe and give the video a like. This GTR blue is beautiful. I'll see you later.